Hey, what's going on? I'm Eric Harrison. Welcome to the Touch. Doing another Drunkentary for y'alls. Am I doing it for you, or am I doing it just for an excuse to get fucked up? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get some drinks in me. I think that's good. That's a good plan. We should let's get lubed up, as they say. Nobody says that. I said it, but can you believe I'm not even drunk yet? Okay, let's drink. Son of a bitch. Getting lubed. Here we go. I can't stop laughing. Oh, yes. Need more. Going in for a second round. Here we go. Okay. That's better. I'm going to need a lot more before this shit's over. Anyway, welcome, Death Twitch viewers, new and old. Some of you are diehard Drunkentary fans. Some of you have been a Death Twitch fan for a while and never checked out a Drunkentary. Maybe this is your first time. Welcome to it. Some of you are just brand spanking new and you don't know what the hell's going on. You're like, why is there no picture? There's no video. There's audio of this asshole talking. Is he going to talk through the whole movie? Anyway, I tend to do that. Oh, fuck. I should have organized this better. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm having technical difficulties. Time out, everyone. No, I can't stop now. My pop filter is falling all over the place. I'm gonna get this. What a shit show this is already. I'm not even drunk yet. Fucking close enough, Jesus. But anyway, wow, what a start. So it's October 30th, 2018. It's Devil's Night officially. I've not started any fires, but I do have a candle going, so the night's still young. Oh yeah, and I never did a commentary for Scream in all my 6 years of running a YouTube horror channel. But I have had people asking me, requesting for some more Scream stuff. So actually what happened was I was, this year I was thinking, well, let me start making some videos again if I can possibly manage it with my unmanageable life. And one of the things I thought would be pretty cool is like to do a franchise review of the Scream series. Because I did review these movies like 5.5 years ago. In fact, I believe the very first video I made with my green screen when I first got one was Scream back in the day. And I don't like to redo old stuff a lot. I mean, I do sometimes. I did with a lot of my main franchises. I did redo Nightmare and the Friday and the Halloweens. That's I felt I could do better than I did when I first started doing this. And so that was basically the same sentiment. Was I think that I could do better now. And I'm a better editor and I'm a better reviewer. I didn't really know what I was doing back in the day. I was learning as I went, a lot of trial and error. So I thought, hey, let me jump into those Scream movies, and I was getting all prepared to do it. And then I just didn't. For some reason, when I was prepping to do a review of the Scream franchise, everybody in the YouTube horror community was talking about Scream. I didn't plan that. I don't know what even instigated that. Like every channel was doing something about Scream. And so I think that had a little bit to do with me deciding, let me give it some time. Let me not rush into this. I'm going to let it breathe, let it air out a little bit. But anyway, I went and started doing some other reviews with the Cult of Chucky and Trick or Treat. Check them out. And I don't know if I actually will get around to doing the Scream franchise review. It's chock full of horror info, so I definitely should. But anyway, what you're getting in the meantime is a Scream Drunkentary from me and me alone. I wanted to have some other horror people involved, but really I just everyone's on their own schedules, and I just wanted to get something done tonight for you guys for some kind of something for Halloween, because I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything else done, but at the very least I can get drunk and watch Scream. So let's fucking get drunk and watch Scream. And another reason why I hesitated to do a Drunkentary for Scream for a long time is because I like to pick, most of the time I pick movies that I know pretty well and I have a lot of fun with, so I know, like, okay, I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to have fun with it. And with Scream, while I absolutely enjoy it and I consider it a legitimately good horror movie, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a lot of funny things to say. I hope I find something. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and chug down some more of my Steel Reserve. Yes, I am drinking ghetto beer out of a fucking Ghetto 40. The plastic kind. They had to start making them out of plastic. It's like these hobos, man, be dropping their glass all over the place. So, you know what? No, I am so down with plastic 40s. It's helpful for us drunks. All right, so hey, that's what I got going. What are you drinking or smoking over there? And let's raise it up for here's to Halloween, here's to horror, and here's to us, the horror family. Bitch. Okay, I guess at some point I should probably talk about what's happening on screen. On Scream. So we got Drew Barrymore here doing the old switcheroo at the beginning. And this was her idea, actually. I believe that she was in line to play Sidney Prescott. And of course, Drew Barrymore was a pretty big name. So naturally, it seems like, of course, she will be our lead. And before they started filming, she said, "Hey, I changed my mind. I want to be the girl at the beginning that dies." And they didn't like it, actually. A lot of people didn't like that. They're like, "Wait, well, we're banking on you here, Drew." And she's like, "No, trust me. And so, yeah, it's kind of the Psycho switcheroo, where you put your big name at the beginning or whatever, and you think, oh, this is our main character, and then she dies, and then you realize, oh, they're not playing by the rules. Well, fuck, I don't know what to expect. So that's always great. Ooh, good shot. That's some good gore. It's really gross. Anyway, I can't believe that this movie is so old at this point. Fucking hell. I was in high school. I was like, I probably had just turned 17, 16. No, I might have been 16. I can't believe it's been like however long. A long time. But yeah, when I watched this when I was like 16 or whatever back in the day, I didn't know that was even Drew Barrymore. So the whole Psycho switcheroo idea didn't work for me because I didn't know it was Drew Barrymore. I didn't recognize her because I knew Drew Barrymore from E.T., Firestarter, and whatever. Oh yeah, the Cat's Eye, right? So I only knew her as a little girl, and I had not seen whatever else she had been in since then. I think she was in one of those Poison Ivy movies. I didn't watch that. So yeah, I didn't even know it was Drew Barrymore. It didn't work on me, but I get the idea. So I commend them on having the balls to actually go this route, even though it didn't work on me, unfortunately. I would have liked it too. It looks like she's wearing a wig. Is that a wig or is that her hair? I want to tell you, that was one of the big things that threw me off about not recognizing her. She's never long, flowing blonde hair like I'm used to. Remember her in Firestarter when she'd just get all pissed off? She got a like bloody nose and then her hair just starts blowing in the wind. Fucking everything catches on fire and there's fireballs flying. That shit was cool. I should be doing a Drunkentary for that. Ooh, I like this right here. They didn't stick with this idea of Ghostface when he's in costume actually kind of crouching and creeping and looking spooky. Ultimately, it just becomes a guy getting his ass kicked. The whole fucking series, every movie, every fucking movie in this series, he just gets his ass beat. I think it's unintentionally comical. Maybe they were trying to make a statement, but I don't think so. But yeah, these early scenes here when he's just creeping around and he was all kind of crouched, I like that. Gives him some character, some menace. Because you don't know who the fuck is behind that mask. Could be anybody or anything. So, oh, here we go. Oh, in the heart. Poor Drew. Oh, she has to look at it. She can't even believe she just got stabbed. Like, or maybe she's just concerned about her shirt. She's like, I just got this. she's trying to figure out how to take it back now. Hey, it was bloody when I bought it. Or, all right, I ordered it online and it came with all this blood. Can I get a refund? Like, what the fuck? Don't you have a stab wound right there on the exact spot on your chest? Like, don't mind that. Pay attention to this shit was bloody when it came in the mail. I want a refund. All right, I'm going to get off that subject now. So, what was interesting about the Scream costume, Ghostface, is that this mask had been in circulation for years, a few years prior to this movie ever coming out. So I never really seen that before in a horror movie up to this point. You know, whenever there was a killer with a mask, usually it was something that the movie had made up for its movie. You know, the effects team made up for their movie. And with this one, it's like, hey, I've already, like, I every time I go to the Halloween shop, I see this mask, and now it's in this blockbuster horror movie. So that was pretty cool, actually. It kind of grounded the movie a bit. Cordless phones, guys. Remember cordless phones? Remember landlines? Look at that. Shit's got a cord on it. We got a cord and a cordless. This shit's bananas. These people look kind of old. Is it just me? That's some old parents. Oh, I'm sorry. Your one daughter is just filleted. Look at that shit. I like the shot. She's like steaming. Her guts are still steaming in the cold. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw this when I was 16. I did not see it in the theaters, unfortunately. I think I saw it when it came out on video. But I was real psyched for it because Scream was a huge event. It changed a lot of things. Like, it really reinvigorated slashers and horror in general. Scream was a big deal. So yeah, I remember the first time watching this, that herky-jerky sort of like fast-paced motion up to Drew Barrymore's hanging body. I was hooked from that point on. I was like, I'm into this movie. Good old what's her name? Neve Campbell. God, I can't remember shit. Oh, look at this denim king. I gotta get up early and go buy some denim. It's probably hard to stab through. I would imagine denim's good at protecting yourself from a killer. I'd have like a bulletproof vest made of denim underneath my denim shirts. Anyway, I noticed that Wes Craven has a thing for brunettes with a particular look to them because she has a similar sort of hometown brunette girl look like Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street, and also whoever the I don't know your name, the actress is from Red Eye has the same look. And there's probably others that I'm not even thinking of, but Wes really, it was like kind of like Alfred Hitchcock's thing for blondes. Wes had it for the brunettes. And if I was a director, I'd just have hot black girls in all my movies. And just be creeping on them all the time. Can you get this guy off me? I don't know if I can work under these conditions. And this guy's, he's just kind of funny looking. I guess he's hot. Or something. I'm not sure. I guess girls would consider him attractive. He looks like a serial killer already. maybe that's something they were going for, since they knew he was the killer. Like, let's make this guy look creepy as fuck. Yeah, he's like Ted Bundy-ish. That's like the guy that stops you in the park in the middle of the night to ask for the time, and the next thing you know, you're in his trunk. I mean, if you gotta get kidnapped and killed by a serial killer, at least he can be an 8 or a 9, not one of these fat, one of the, like a. At least it's not Gacy. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like, if you gotta be killed by a dude, at least it should be a hot guy. What the hell? What kind of logic is this? I feel like I probably outraged a lot of women and confused a lot of people. Like, it's not okay to be a serial killer no matter what you look like. Gosh, darn it. Yeah. But you know what? There's some female serial killers out there, and if I had to be killed by one, she at least better be a looker. You know? If it's the last thing I'm going to see, at least it better be a good view. Oh, man. I'm barely even talking about Scream. Hey, to you newbies, welcome to the Drunkentary. This is what it is. About 45 minutes in, I'll be really, really wasted and start to reveal all my secrets. So you have that to look forward to. I wish that we all got to see her titties there. Just because, you know what? I don't think we see titties in this movie. He got to see him. Why didn't we get to see him? Although I guess technically, like, her character is like 17 or something, so I think she was probably older, but you know, morally it's probably better that we don't see a high schooler's titties. Although I have noticed in there's been past movies, especially like like The Funhouse and The Stepfather 80s movies, where it's like there wasn't even like a flinch or even a second thought about this is supposed to be a high school girl and here's her titties. There was no, hey, she's underage, here's some titties. But nobody. It was the 80s, dude. It was a different time. And here's Rose McGowan. I don't know what to say about her. I thought she was pretty hot when I saw this movie. Because nobody knew who she was beforehand, so everybody was like, "Who was that blonde? Damn, who was that blonde with the nips?" I remember that was the question everybody was asking. Who is that blonde with the nips? Oh, I better drink some more. I think that's a good idea. Man, that's an old ass teacher. I'm just gonna keep commenting on how old everybody is. Look at that old sheriff. Look at that old Fonzie. He's got a fucking fish on the wall. Remember that? Do people still put fish on the wall? Is that a thing still? Fish on the wall. I like that. He just smacks her down, and she's like, I can't even believe you just said that to me. There's Deputy Drew here, and she's just like, fucking excuse me. That look on her face is hilarious. They're all supposed to be friends, right? But she doesn't even care. She doesn't want to take his shit. It's one of my favorite things is that look. Look, straight up, being real with you, Neve Campbell ain't the best actress. She's not very expressive. She she has one facial expression, and then that was her other one. And it was pretty funny. Oh boy, this is like a 2-hour movie. We got a long ways to go. Everybody settle in. I might go quiet. Oh, somebody's sending me pictures. Let's hope it's nudies. Let me see. Let me see if I got some nudes. Oh, well, that's not nudes, but that's pretty cool. Damn. All right, I gotta respond to this. You know what is one of the funniest things about horror movies, and especially slasher movies, is the ridiculous teenage dialogue. Oh, let me put air quotes when I say teenage, air quotes, teenage dialogue. It's always the worst. The worst kind of dialogue. And you know what? I'm in the middle of writing a fan script, and mine's not any better. It's just impossible to write teenage dialogue for a horror movie without it sounding stupid as fuck. But at least we got Jamie Kennedy here being funny. Throwing in some improv. Oh my gosh, my pop filter is giving me problems. So bear with me here while I deal with my technical difficulties. Live her alone. Oh yeah, and Matthew Lillard. Those two make this movie. I'm really happy that they got those two because they bring some kind of energy to the movie. I like it. I'm not putting the movie down, but the improvs that Jamie and Matthew bring really give it some energy. Excuse them. You're gonna hear some burps throughout. I won't edit them out. You just got to deal with it. You just got to grow a pair and deal with it. Or you can complain. if you must. Feel free to complain in the comments section below. One interesting thing about this movie is like these characters all live in these big fucking rich houses. Holy shit. That looks like a country club or something. Look at that valley. What a view. So yeah, it's like these rich ass white kids getting slaughtered. I kind of like that about it. Like, take that, whitey. How do you like that white privilege? Cracker? Yeah, it's going to get racial. If there's anything that can be counted on in a Drunkentary, it's that I get racist and sexist. It's gonna be a good time. You're guaranteed a good time. Well, as long as you're drinking. If you don't listen to this sober, you're not gonna be on the same level. You know what? Don't listen to this sober. And if you're straight edge, you're not allowed to listen at all unless you dip into some drink. just for 2 hours. That's all I ask. Just put your moral center aside for 2 hours. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that 90s bright fluorescent clothing. Holy shit, Courtney Cox. What the hell? Hey, everybody remember when she was in Masters of the Universe? Remember that? Did you see that? Well, you weren't missing anything if you didn't. Masters of the Universe. You probably don't even know what that is. What are you even saying, Eric? Do you know what He-Man is? It was a thing in the 80s. Well, it was like her first movie. Courtney Cox. And the movie sucked. Fucking sucked. Came out, I think, in 87 or 88. And I remember going to see it when I was 7 or 8. So my age always lines up with the year. I believe, yeah, from what I remember, it was probably the first time I actively remember being disappointed by a movie I saw at the theater. You know, because I was a big fan of the He-Man cartoon and the action figures, and I thought that's what I was going to get from the movie, and it was a turd. I remember coming out going, and all of us kids, you know, like I remember seeing a bunch of my classmates there opening night, and we were all excited, and we all walked out going, what the fuck was that? The hell was that? Courtney Cox in Masters of the Universe. She'd rather you don't know that it exists. poor Sydney. She's pretty much has no parents now because her mom got stabbed up and her dad's just always off. She's got this big ass nice house all to herself. The poor thing. The poor thing. Oh yeah, I have some Halloween candy here too. I might snack on that throughout. Maybe. Okay. Uh, so prior to this, the whole killer calling on the phone thing was done in A Stranger Calls, which that movie is not very good. It's just not. I think it had a good ending and twist or whatever, but it's not a very good movie. However, you got to give it some props for being a movie that, well, you know, something pioneers a genre, whatever, a trope. Wasn't a trope until this movie did and stuff like that. You got to give it some kind of respect. So I give it a little bit of respect for the whole phone killer thing. But yeah, so Scream. It's really, really interesting watching this like 23 years later, or however long it's been, 22 years later. Because, like, it's all so obvious now. You know, all of the self-aware meta talk was groundbreaking at the time, but now it's also cliche. Like, even it's a cliche. Like, being a self-aware meta horror movie is now a cliche. And so it's really weird to watch a movie evolve from being groundbreaking, creating like a whole new subgenre to, oh, this is so 90s. But, you know, I don't understand. In the horror community, Scream is... It's recognized, it's liked, but it's not loved. And especially Ghostface doesn't get a lot of respect. I guess I can understand Ghostface not getting a lot of respect because it's a different person in every movie and he always gets his ass kicked. But Scream itself should get a lot more credit because, and like, it's a horror movie about horror fans talking about horror movies. I fail to see how a horror community wouldn't like that. But I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? She looks like 37 right there. But no, it was cool at the time to see, you know, a movie take all of the tropes and turn them on their head. You know, there was definitely other movies for even a decade or longer before Scream ever came out that had some self-awareness and some meta. You know, it had some of that in it, but there's definitely those movies. But there wasn't a movie that was all about that, and that did it so smart. I'm just sucking this movie's dick. I expect to get a phone call during the commentary. What's your favorite Scream movie? I'm watching it right now, bitch. Can't you see? Can't you see? Scream 1 and 4 is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Scream 1 and 4. A lot of people really like 2. 2 is alright, but there's a lot of extra crap thrown in. There's these great Scream moments, and then they gotta stop to have a fucking sing-along, and then they gotta stop to have a play, and it opens up with the freaking black people talking about how they're the first to die, and I guess that's just something that needed to be addressed, but Scream 2 is just alright. I know people shit all over Scream 3. It's actually better than people say. So don't listen to any of them. Scream 3 is aight in my book. It's just because I find it funny, I guess. It's not the best Scream movie. And by the third one, the concept was definitely getting watered down. But I like how they took it to Hollywood, and just Parker Posey makes that movie funny as fuck. Anyway. Any old way. I like how they have to have the fake struggle. It's always a struggle to get the guy in the car and everything. I just saw the studio lights and reflected in the window. There they are. This guy that's playing the sheriff, he looks like the sheriff from the new Halloween movie. I almost want to look it up. It can't possibly be. It's like 22 years later. It can't still be the same guy looking the exact same. I must be tripping. I am a fool. I'm a fool. All right? I'm admitting my foolishness. I like watching extras in movies to see how they behave and respond, and it's always funny. I wonder what direction they got. Okay, be upset when the sheriff takes her out of the ambulance and you didn't get to finish your job. Look at that fucking 90s bright yellow. What is that? It's like a business skirt or some shit. I'm commenting on the fashion of the movie. Ooh, burned. She gives him a hard time right now. Listen. You know, she's supposed to come off like a big raving bitch, but in that scene, he did take a long time to get over there with the camera. It's fucking reporter. It's like journalism. He should have been on top of that. Strolled that fucking fat tub of lard. Nah, I'm angry at him. This guy, he's Dewey. He's like 10 years old. He's like playing cops and robbers or something. I think that's what. That'd be hilarious if it was revealed that was like a real subplot of the movie. Is that he's not a real cop. They're just like, it's like he's a special needs kid. And they're just let him pretend like he's a deputy. We just let him come in and sit at a desk. It's fine. He doesn't know. He's got like a cap gun. Plastic badge. Look at this dad. Look at this extra. Well, I know when I tell people that I didn't kill anybody, I try to look innocent when I do it and not menacing and killerish. Personally, when that happens to me, that's how I say I didn't kill. Look, sheriff, I didn't kill anybody. You don't say it like you're about to kill the sheriff. You know, you don't go, I didn't fucking kill anybody. You don't pull that shit. Look at him. I'm not a serial killer. Nah. Who, me? With the widow peaks? In the intense stare? Not me, nah. I didn't kill anybody. Alright, I need to settle down. Or maybe I need to settle up. How much longer we got? We've got a long ways to go. Another hour and 16 minutes. We better get drunk. Did that say boobs? Oh, it said boob inspector. Dewey's hat says boob inspector. Further evidence of my little theory that he's not even a real deputy. It's like a Make-A-Wish thing. He doesn't know he's dying. We just like to pretend he's a cop. It makes him feel good. Boob inspector. So, let us talk about Kevin Williamson. He was a hero of mine for a long time because, man, the guy was on fire for a long fucking streak there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting my sniffles. I gotta take care of this. For you newbies, whenever I do a Drunkentary, I get the sniffles. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Just accept it. Don't question it. Just accept it. Oh yeah, Kevin Williamson. So I watched the documentaries about the making of Scream and whatnot, and he says he was house sitting and sitting in the dark or whatever and watching some kind of documentary about a serial killer or something, and it got him creeped out. So he called a friend of his to have somebody to talk to and not be as creeped out, and they started talking about horror movies. And then he was like, "I gotta go. I gotta go write something." And he wrote this movie in a weekend or some shit. And he had the outline for the sequel ready to go. Yeah, Kevin Williamson. And he wrote part 4 as well. He's a badass. Look at Tatum in her fucking... She's got the weirdest pajamas. I like Sydney there. She's just got a big shirt, That's always sexy. Just a girl in a big shirt and some panties. It's fucking hot. It makes me want to touch it. I want to touch it. I'll touch it later. Just be in my bedroom. Oh, Sydney. Yeah, what's your favorite porno movie, Sydney? Starts making. Anyway, welcome to the Drunkentary. Tatum's got a weird sense of everything. Her fashion and her personality it's weird. It's a little weird. She's a little weirdo. I'm not judging. I mean, I'm just casting judgment, but I'm not judging. Oh yeah, we should talk about this guy's voice. It's always the same dude, and he's always really talking to them, but nobody has ever seen him. So that's pretty cool. I like that kind of commitment in a movie. Some method for you. And you know what? I don't know. I guess different people have different ideas about what is the best kind of acting. And I don't put down method. If you got to do something to get in your zone, you fucking get in your zone, man. Look at this shot right here. It reminds me of my hometown. It looks a lot like my hometown right there. Which I guess is ironically my hometown's Prescott, Arizona. Looks kind of like that. Prescott. Scream connection. All these parents look really doofy and old. These parents are too old. Anyway. We should talk about Scary Movie. Now, that Scary Movie was the original title of Scream. It was made while they were filming under the name Scary Movie. It's what it was going to be called until last minute it got changed to Scream. So Scary Movie then came out, 4.5 years later? Parody of this movie and some other popular horror at the time. And Scary Movie is fucking hilarious. And it's right up there. I would put it right up there next to Scream. It's just... Oh, there's Linda Blair. Look at her. Popped in with her zebra stripes. Yeah, Scary Movie is the first one. And I like a lot of them. Part 2 is okay. Scary Movie 3 and 4 are really funny. Scary Movie 5 was such trash I didn't finish it. But that first one is a classic parody movie. So Scream really gave us a lot. It gave us this movie. It reinvigorated the slasher genre and horror in general. It gave us a lot of things to parody and make fun of. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. You know what's interesting about this movie and this scene in particular is that, you get the sense that Sydney is innocent, likable, and then Gail Weathers is like this bitchy, unlikable character. But Gail is right and Sydney is wrong. Sydney literally thinks that an innocent man killed her mom, and she's certain of it. She's wrong. She might be innocent and likable, but she's not infallible. Turns out the bitch character is right. So I like that. Kind of blurs some of the lines there. It's interesting to think about because you never know. You can think and you can be wrong as fuck. And really, it's really an interesting thing to, I guess because of the nature of who I am and the way that I delve into things and I investigate and research stuff a lot. And I'm all into the conspiracy things. And as much as I am into that stuff, and as much as sometimes my research really makes me feel very confident that, oh, this has got to be true, I always have to keep it in my mind that I could be wrong. This could all be wrong. So I guess that's what I like about that little moment there where Sydney has to stop and think for a second, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what I thought was true is not true. And you have to, no matter who you are, I think there should be that little bit in your mind. No matter what it is or who you are or what you think you believe or what you think is real, you should keep like a little part of the back of your mind open to that you might be wrong as fuck. I don't know. Let's get off that subject. I told you I was going to get stupid once I got drunk. I told you. Oh, yeah, I got to give a shout out here to my girl, Deezy. Astatius. She's the one that she sent me some pictures of her makeup, which is always looking pretty good. She's a very good... Damn, that's some really good art. Good job, Deezy. Yeah, that's really good. So there you go. You got your shout out. I better get nudes. I expect them in the mail. Now I'm not talking about some fucking send them to me digitally. And I want some prints. Some Kodak prints of those titties. Anyway. Oh my god, I'm buzzed. He looks like such a serial killer, it's bugging the shit out of me. They should have eased up on it. They pushed a little too hard on that. This guy's creepy. Yeah, you know what? I think this shit's fucking funny. It's fucked up. Like, this guy, he's a fucked up person. Here he just like won her back. Like, see, I was locked up. It couldn't have been me. And then he just turns right around and goes, you know what? Get over your mom's death. It was a year ago. Fucking get over it. What an asshole. What does she see in this guy? He's a total prick. Oh, that line. Inconvenience to you and your perfect existence. That was straight out of Dawson's Creek or some shit. I believe also written by Williamson. Williamson. Look at the fawns here. Oh, I guess he probably is not. He's probably not like appreciates people as always calling him the fawns. Henry Winkler. Winkler? Whatever. The fawns. He's distracting in this movie. I don't have anything against Henry Winkler, but all I can see is like, what? Why is the Fonz in the movie, dude? It's really distracting. It is. Straight up. Did you ever watch Happy Days? My fucking pop screen here is giving me so much shit today. I'm gonna flip this whole table over. If you hear a ruckus, it's because I lose my shit. Oh, I thought I heard somebody with diarrhea just now. That'd have been a great addition. If right before these girls came out, you just heard, and then they come out and start talking shit about Sydney. Okay. I hate this lady right here in the purple shirt. Who the fuck is this stupid lady? She's the worst actress. She's the worst. Ugh. Everything about her is wrong. The other one's okay. She's very one-dimensional. The one-dimensional, shallow cheerleader. But at least she sort of acts. The other one's fucking horrid. I'm pathetic. The way she walks away. I want to get into a Scream costume and stab her myself. Are the ladies' rooms really that trashed? Because that looks pretty gross. Ladies need to pick up after your damn selves. So this scene is weird because is this really like one of the Scream killers? It can't be. It can't be. It literally can't be. It has to be just another student fucking around, right? Because she just ran away from her boyfriend, the serial killer, and the other one was hanging out at the locker with his girlfriend. So they couldn't have got in here before she did. I mean, even if they did, how would they have known? Oh, she's gonna run to this bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Am I just grasping at straws here? Damn, there's like shit all over. Ew. Are girls' rooms like that? That's disgusting. Ladies, come on. Tell me. Oh my God, there's like diarrhea just running down the side. Tell me this is not true to reality. Because it's fucking nappy. Oh, she slid on that floor. She's probably got a big old brown stain on her pants now. Who's next? I don't know what to talk about now, so I guess I'll just drink some beer. You talk about something. I've been talking nonstop. It's your turn. It's not really tasty. I guess I've gotten used to it. I drank so much shitty beer over the course of my life that I'm just used to it now. Fonzie is so distracting. He should have been the killer. And he shouldn't have been shown either, like, until the reveal. You know, I didn't want to, not that like, oh, here's the principal, and then it's revealed like, oh, it was the principal. No. Should have just been this movie, different principal, and then at the end when they pull the mask off, it's Henry Winkler or whatever his fucking name is. And I don't care what his motive is. I just care that when the mask comes off, it's fucking Fonzie. That would have made this movie. They should have did that in Scary Movie. Or did they? I don't even remember anymore. It's weird that they hooked up on this movie, those two, and they were together for so long. I believe they're no longer together, but they were a thing for a while. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I had some chili before this. I don't know why you needed to know that, but you know that now. That's now something you know. Look at all the 90s. It's so fucking 90s. I can't handle all this 90s. The 80s were so much better. You know what? I was a teenager in the 90s, and while it was happening, I enjoyed it just fine. But it just does not hold a candle to the 80s, man. Fucking 80s! Everything was so much better. See, look at this. What a great reveal. If this was the climax of the movie, pulled that shit on. Oh, it's Henry Winkler. Everybody would have flipped out. I never saw that coming. So this whole spot's weird. Like, why did they kill the principal? I guess you would if you were a killer. Why not kill your annoying principal during the day in a crowded school? People everywhere. But sure, why not? Sure, why not? I'll buy it. I'll buy that for $1. That is too on the nose there. Oh, Wes. I miss your ass. I really loved Wes Craven. He was so fucking cool. Even though not all of his movies were great, he didn't give a fuck. And that was also great about him. He knew he was making good stuff and he was making trash, and he didn't care either way. He was just doing his thing. And you listen to his commentaries or any interview, and the guy is just so fucking calm and collected. He's like Yoda. He just doesn't speak backwards. You know what? Rest in peace, Wes. This drink's for you, buddy. Hey, let's raise it up. It's fucking for Wes Craven. He did so much for the horror community. He did so much for horror movies. Miss you, dude. His death face. Look at him. It's so overacting. Goddamn pop screen. I fucking flipped this table. I'll do it. You think I won't? I flip tables for less. I like this, how they made sure to show the stereo and the speakers and like, ooh, we get to hear some Alice Cooper, and then they just fade it out and it's gone. This is gone. Now there's no music. Where did it go? Where did it go? Why is there not even anything in the background now? Tease us with some fucking rock and roll and then take it away. Some bullshit. I'm gonna flip this fucking table. It's got a candle on it, and that's gonna light a fire. Fulfill the Devil's Night fire requirement. And you know what? And then I'll just sit here and burn with all of it, like Michael did at the end of Halloween 18. Or H40 or whatever it's supposed to be called. Whatever we're supposed to call that crap. Anyway. Man, these kids were spoiled as fuck. Everybody's got a great house, great neighborhood. Everybody's cute and attractive. Look at this, though. Look at this. Why? Come on. Why was he lurking in the shrubs? Anyway, we won't dwell on that. We're at the video store now. Remember those? Probably not, but I do. I used to work at one. I ran it into the ground. Straight up, but whatever. I mean, they were on their way out anyhow. I ran it like Clerks. Straight up. It was like Clerks at the video store. Anyway, Yeah. Oh, there's Clerks. No, that's not it. You will see it, though. There's a Clerks picture in this video store. Damn, look at that cutie. He does. He makes a good point. He does. He does. He should just wear a shirt that says, "Yeah, I'm probably a serial killer." Roll the dice. There's that Clerks poster back there. Look at the fucking extras. Look at them. They all need to be a part of everything. Extras, do your job and just sit there. Stop trying to steal the scene. Fucking extras. This guy would go on to play Shaggy. Is that a weird thought? Shaggy. He does a pretty good Shaggy, too. Damn, that's pretty fucked up. That's a lot of things to have happen to you. Eyes gouged out, fingers cut off, teeth knocked out. That's pretty hardcore. Oh, I saw Jamie Lee Curtis. This pop screen. It's going to be the end of me. When you see me on the news and it says local man kills entire neighborhood, it's because of this fucking pop screen. Look at him. Look at him. He shows up and starts acting like a serial killer. And he's just constantly acting like a serial killer and then going, come on, you don't actually think I'm a serial killer, do you? I mean, I always act like one all the time. What the fuck? I hate that crap. When someone acts a certain way and then they're surprised when they get reactions. Like, why do you think I'm a serial? Just because I act like a serial killer doesn't mean I'm a fucking serial killer, you profiling motherfucker. So what, a guy can't just act like a serial killer? Huh? I guess just because I act like I killed some people, you think I fucking killed some people? It's discrimination. You might hear voices in the background. I did inform everyone else that I was going to be doing this, and they said, we'll keep it down. Well, you know. They just completely forgot that I'm doing this now. 1 hour later, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, it really does look a lot like my hometown. Damn, that looks like my hometown. Why is that car going backwards? Okay, well, you know what? We'll just let it go. Now what is he doing? Hey, Sheriff, that guy's drunk. Why don't you go pull him over? You probably don't know what I'm talking about. There's a car in the background acting strange. You better rewind and watch that on your own time. Look at the way that they put stuff in the cart. Everything gets thrown in. Watch. Just tossed. Boom. I guess if you... I don't know. I don't just throw my ice cream into the cart like that, but whatever. Speaking of ice cream... See, look at this is even further evidence of my little theory that he's not a real deputy. They're just keeping him busy. He's the town's special boy. Just let him believe he's a deputy. Oh my God. I totally told them that I was going to be doing this. They said, we'll keep it down. All right. I need to look up this guy. I can't take him seriously. Dewey. Fucking eating his ice cream. He should have put that out in his ice cream cone. That would have been fucking funny. Okay, I'm looking this up. I'm going to look up who the sheriff is. I don't know why. Just bear with me. Just drink your fucking alcohol and you'll be fine, okay? Scream. IMDb me. IMDb me. Holy cow, I'm looking at the pictures. Oh, man, they all look so haggard. Looking at the pictures of the cast now. 22 or 3 years later, whatever the fuck. 23 years later. Hey, it happens to the best of us. What you gonna do? We all get old and fat. Okay, so Casey's father, mother, Sidney Prescott, Kenny Tatum. Oh my god, that's a weird picture. Oh, here it is. Joseph Whipp is his name. I'm sure you were dying to know that. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street? Sergeant Parker. Interesting. Very interesting. I did not know that. Now I'm glad I looked it up. Looks like he was just in a lot of TV shows and stuff. Yeah, a lot of TV shows. Damn, a lot of them. Weird Science, the TV show from the 90s. Jesus, can you even believe that shit? Red Shoe Diaries. Night Court. We're getting so off track here. Like, I think the big takeaway, though, is that the sheriff in this movie played a sergeant in A Nightmare on Elm Street. The original. I don't think I should have to say that, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Just to be sure. I know there's some youngins on here that don't know. Now there's multiple versions of every fucking movie, so we have to verify. We have to specify. How are we going to talk about Halloween anymore? It's going to be such a clusterfuck just trying to have a conversation about Halloween. Halloween, the second Halloween. No, not Halloween 2. I mean the second movie called Halloween. That's the one I'm talking about. You mean the remake? The first remake, not the second remake. Yeah, what a disaster. Was Matthew Lillard dressed as Hugh Hefner? He's dressed as Hugh Hefner, right? It's not even a costume party, but for some reason he's dressed as Hugh Hefner. Oh, what do we got? 47 more minutes to go. 47 more ounces to go. Let's get her drunk. I like how these high school students all look like 23. At least. High school students. They just fucking graduated college. But they're high school students somehow. It's just a rule. It's a Hollywood rule. Camera. He's got to go get a camera because it was the 90s and everyone didn't just have one in their pocket at all times. He had to go get a camera to take film pictures to get them developed in an hour. If you were lucky, in an hour. Sometimes it took days to get your shit developed. It's Eric's old time. Oh, wait, nipples. Who was that blonde with the nips? That's all I cared about. Yeah, I think some people got stabbed, but did you see that blonde with the nips? Stole the show. Oh, man, I need to drink some more. I like how he asked her, like, can you get me a beer? And then her idea is to go and grab 18 beers. For some reason. He must drink a lot. She knows her man. She's like, oh, he's a raging alcoholic. I better get about 15 of these. There's a cat. Of course there was a cat. They were still exploiting that shit. Oh yeah, I was gonna drink. I got distracted by nips and kitties. Nips and pussy. Oh. Yeah, I told you. Now it's a Drunkentary. Now I'm talking about nipples and pussies. Okay, drinking. You gotta wonder why this guy decides to kill his girlfriend. She's a fairly hot piece of ass. It seems like she's probably even a little bit out of his league, and he still got one. He still got her. He's like, you know what? She got some nice nips, but I'm gonna stab her. No reason. No, like, okay, he killed Drew Barrymore, right? Because she broke up with him for Steve or whatever the fuck his name was. That's understandable. Why is he killing her? What the hell did she do? She went to get him a beer. She got him like 15. He's gonna stab her? This is bullshit. I like how his costume's all glittery. It's like, oh, like he had a night out at the club before he showed up to kill people. Okay, I'm still having problems with my pop screen. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking put on the mask and kill everybody myself. This shit don't work. Oh, I don't understand. Sorry. Just bear with me. Bear with me. This is the same exact music that they stuck into Halloween H2O. The same score. Same score. Anyway, do you really want a doggy door in your garage door? Or was that a cat door? Because there was a cat that ran out, and I haven't seen a dog. What? Now I'm wondering, why is that little door even there? Was it a cat door? Am I overthinking this? Poor Rose. She literally did nothing to nobody. What a waste of some good nips. Look at his creepy ass. He should have a headband that just says like serial killer on it. Oh, this guy's talking about subtlety. Mister, when you get over your mom's death, it was a year ago. Subtlety, I do really like this movie. The point of the Drunkentary is just to riff and have fun. So I'm fucking tearing it up. Alicia. That was a reference to Clueless. Wow. The irony that I couldn't remember that name. You get it? I get it. He was referring to Alicia Silverstone's As If from Clueless, like the year before. It was referencing a movie that had just come out a year before. Not even a horror movie. Clueless is actually not a bad movie. And I know this is a weird tangent to get on a Scream horror kind of horror movie commentary, but yeah, Clueless is not bad. You should watch it after this. It's got Paul Rudd in it. That's all the reason you need. But I remember Clueless was the first time I ever heard anyone say "my bad." In 1995, that movie was the very first time I ever heard anyone say "my bad," and then everybody has said it since then. So for 4 years or whatever. But I was so intrigued by that that I did research to find out, like, where did that even come from? Where did my bad come from? And apparently it started on basketball courts in, like, Philadelphia in the mid-'80s. So if somebody made a mistake, it was my bad. And somehow that made it into a 1995 movie called Clueless about Valley Girls. You didn't need to know any of this, but now you fucking know it. You can't unknow it. For the rest of your life, you're going to go to your grave knowing that shits. You better watch Clueless after this, too. I think it's a good follow-up to Scream. It's a good double feature. You watch Scream. Oh, you can do it either way. You can watch Clueless first. This is so weird. This is so weird. This is a weird Drunkentary, guys. I admit. I think it's that Devil's Night energy. It's off. It's a little off and it's a little kooky. But you know what? Oh, you hear that? The motorcycles going by? You're lucky you're getting anything. So you be grateful you're getting anything. Drunk ass Eric chewing you out. Talking about Clueless and then getting on your ass about nothing at all. Yeah. This is what Drunkentary is all about. Oh, it's all good. This is a classic, really. I'm not even making my jokes about the other jokes that I usually make. Oh, wait, I just fucked up. Oops. Look at that 90s flannel going on. She has the denim and he's got the flannel. Man, oh man, I can't take it. The 80s were so much better. 90s are right. You know, I was a teenager in the 90s. I thought it was alright, but you'd think that I would be real hardcore 90s guy. But they're just okay. 80s were so much better. Even the 70s were fucking sweeter than the 90s. Hey, look, I'm not putting you 90s kids down. Or, you know, whatever. It's all good. It's just not my favorite decade. You hear the planes and the traffic? I should open my window. Here, I'm going to open it up and let it all flood in. Let's open the window. Ooh, I like when you get that little Halloween sting. Oh, you hear the traffic now, huh? Okay, I'm going to close the window. That was a bad idea. Fucking night before Halloween. It's pretty busy out there, even though it's just a Tuesday. So, of course, that I absolutely love that they're watching Halloween and that Halloween sort of plays like a part in this movie. Unfortunately, for someone that knows Halloween so well, it's all out of order. But you just let it go. The average person that watches this won't have any idea that the movie within the movie is all out of order. I'm going to drink some more. Let's listen to the rules while I drink. Okay? The rule is drink your fucking drink. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I'm going to get that phone call any minute now. What's your favorite shitty beer? I'm like, you know, Ass House is pretty good. And then I get stabbed up. Oh. I hope that we're still in sync. Not the boy band, but the commentary, our commentary and movie. I hope it all matches up. I'm at the part where the guy's looking at his Cheeto. He's really playing with his food for some reason. What a weirdo. I never noticed that until now. But that was just to hope to get us kind of synced up. Now Dewey's asking Gal to walk with him. He wants to get inside her pumpkin patch. Yeah. He wants to go undercover. Ah. He wants to put his penis in her vagina. That guy really likes Cheetos. It's weird to watch this and to know, like, this is semi-real. Like, they really were falling in love. How strange. And you can see it, too. Like, you can just see it in their faces. They're into each other. Seems like an odd match, but that's always cool. Odd match or not, like when they connect, it's beautiful. I wish I had somebody to fucking connect with. God damn it! Now's the part of the Drunkentary where I start crying to myself in the corner. You'll hear that. Some sobbing. Just keep watching the movie. Don't even mind me. Why am I so alone? Anyway, I just wanted to put it in a pumpkin patch. Anyhow, this guy's so creepy. Everything he does is creepy. I don't like him. Skeet. His name is Skeet. Come on. Oh, I mean, I don't even mean that the way it sounds. Come on and Skeet. You get it? There's some wordplay pun-ish going on there. Skeet. Gross. His name is Sperm. Sperm Ulrich. Holy shit. We never got to see them titties. That's some bullshit. I like this movie, but we should have saw some damn titties. I mean, it is rated R, isn't it? They might as well have just had some tits in there. We got the nips. We could just get the rest of the titty. Need some titty meat. I feel like this party really petered out too fast, right? Like there was they made a big deal about arriving at the party, and then everybody's there, and then most everybody just kind of ceremoniously left, and then there was just these few dude bros hanging out, and now they're gone. Is that how parties? Is that how you? I guess I don't know. I guess that's how parties ended. I want to say I was gonna be like that's how parties ended in 1996, but I was partying in 1996, so I don't remember this. Like this, yeah, you tearing ass out in your car, like that's right. But the whole other part where it's like everybody just where it's like 70% of the party just we're all gonna get up and walk out casually and leave now. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what? It's like the party doesn't end. Everybody just kind of scatters and starts fucking in different rooms, right? And then there's somebody outside throwing up, and there's at least one couple fucking in every room, and then they switch out, they come out, and another couple goes in, and then somebody that didn't find a partner, you got those 3 or 4 dudes just kind of hanging out in the living room. Because I like this. They were just going to run them over. They weren't going to stop. They were just going to run over the deputy and the reporter. They still didn't stop. They were just going to run them over. Come on, dude. What the fuck? That is a pet peeve of mine about screenwriting right there. Like, I can let some shit go. But that was so ridiculous. They were just gonna run him over. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you're thinking, yeah. Well, I mean, don't you hit the gas when you see somebody in the middle of the road? They shouldn't be in the middle of the fucking road. Oh, this part. Look, why is he on the floor? How did the sex session end that he's on the floor on the other side of the room? I'd like to think that he was on top and they did it, and then she just threw him off or something. Why is he on the floor? I mean, I know it happens. Sometimes sex ends and it's like a fucking tornado just went through your house or something, and everything's all flipped over and fucked up, and you look like you just been through hell. But it's also very funny that she fucks him first, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm still curious if you're a serial killer. You're not a serial killer, are you? I mean, I know I just fucked you and everything, but now that we did that and my back is turned to you, are you a serial killer?" It's like that scene from Sleepaway Camp 2 With that fucking slut, she fucks the dude in the woods. And then after she fucks him, she gets all, you don't have AIDS or anything, right? Like, what if he said yes? He's like, oh, but yeah, well, now that you bring it up, yeah, I'm HIV positive. And she would just go, oh, I could have had a V8. Okay, it's a Drunkentary. Look at I love it. He's such a serial killer. He can't even hide it no matter what. Everything he says is threatening. What do I got to do to prove it to you? It really cracks me up. You know, okay, I guess it makes sense, right? Girls like the bad boy, is what I've always heard. Girls like a bad boy. So, if he looks like Ted Bundy, he'll probably get you a little wet. Makes you tingle a little bit, thinking, you might die. This either could be some good sex or I might die. Hey, whatever gets the orgasms flowing. Look at here, he's just getting the ass kicked. Why is she even running? Look at how easy it is to kick his ass. Just like put your dukes up and box him. Don't even run. This guy's a fucking pussy. What a strange Drunkentary this has been. We still got another 29 minutes. Oh my God, this is a long movie. You mean I got to get drunker? I've already embarrassed myself. I got to get drunker? And then she looks up and there's Tatum. Nobody else noticed. Watch. Not a single other motherfucker noticed this dead blonde hanging from the garage. Isn't that where the beers are, right? She went out there to get the beers. Nobody else went out there to get a beer and found a dead. Come on. I know I'm poking holes and I'm just fucking around. He's got red shoes on, unfortunately. I won't mention what that means. That's a whole conspiracy thing. You look into it for yourself. I won't go down that rabbit hole with you. But this is a great scene here where he's talking about Jamie Lee Curtis and his name is Jamie. Turn around, Jamie. Turn around behind you, Jamie. Fucking clever. Dude, I was so blown away the first time I watched this movie. My mind was blown. That sounded sexual. I got blown, guys, when I watched this movie. It was a scream. Anyway. Yeah, the cleverness of it. The cutting edgeness of it. Is that a word? Cutting edgeness. Everything about it was so fucking amazing in 1996. And look at now they're saying it. It's so fucking good. That zoom. You don't see zooms like that in movies very often. Look at the Ghostface just creeped back. Why did he decide to creep outside like that? Why did he sneak up on Jamie and then it's like, yeah, backs out? He's just standing there. Oh, damn. Good thing you were wearing denim. That would have been a lot deeper if you were wearing some silk or something. Go denim. Go denim or go home. Come on, really? He was trying to crawl through there. I guess I get why people don't give Ghostface a lot of credit. He's a goofy character. There's a lot of potential there, though. If they had played it a little less comical with the Ghostface character getting his ass whooped all the time, he could be taken more seriously, and I think he should be. But I get it. He's kind of a cartoon. The movie's still great, though. Scream 1 is the fucking bomb. Scream 2 is okay, and Scream 3 is not as bad as everybody says it is. Scream 4 is where it's at, though. I think we can all agree on that. Can we? Or can we? I guess we don't really agree on a lot. If there's anything I've learned about being a YouTube reviewer, it's that we don't agree on anything. So fuck it. Never mind then. I take it back. I think this movie might have been sponsored by Ruffles and Cheetos, I guess. Ruffles, Cheetos. Yeah. Oh, this is so fucking... It's so great to see my favorite movie within this movie. It makes me wish that Dewey just sat down and watched the rest of Halloween. And that we could have just seen the rest of the movie. That'd have been great, right? And they could still continue with the rest of Scream after the little intermission where he just sits down and watches the climax to Halloween. We get to watch the rest of Halloween and then he gets up and runs around some more for the climax of this movie. That'd have been the shits. She's got a weird wardrobe going on in this movie. And I wonder if she mentioned that. Look at that fucking phone. Holy fuck. Is that a cell phone? You could, back in the day, you could beat the shit out of somebody with your cell phone. I was talking about her wardrobe. Got off track there. I was distracted by that brick of a fucking phone. She's got red shoes too. Son of a bitch. It's a whole conspiracy thing. Just you know what? Don't look it up. Just don't even bother. That poor fat guy. He was disrespected the whole movie. Ain't nobody fucking trying to like fight for his rights. There's no Me Too movement for that fat white guy. Nobody gives a shit about fat white guys. What, we don't have feelings? Oh, I'm so drunk. It's great. I haven't had any of my candy yet, and you know what? I'm gonna focus on the beer. I'm not ready for. Listen to that. When you talk into your 40, this is what it sounds like. I should have done the whole thing like this. All right, I want to drink some beer. Drink with me, bitches. It's pretty sad when you've been so poor for so long that shitty beer starts to taste good. Oh well. I don't know if that's sad. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's like enlightenment, right? It's you've ever no, I was gonna say, you ever heard that saying? No, you haven't. But I'll tell you what it is. There's a spiritual saying. I think it's Buddhist. It's a Buddhist saying. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. I feel like this is like my enlightenment, where it's like, just because it's shitty beer, it's still good. I've been enlightened, guys. I understand that shitty beer is where it's at. It's the beer talking. God damn it. Oh yeah, I should talk about Scream. We should talk about Scream. So, about that Scream. I like these shots. They do a little bit of a Dutch angle, but they don't overplay it. They give you a little bit of a Dutch angle action, but it's not obnoxious. He looks like Shaggy. He's dressed exactly like Shaggy. Look at him. He's literally dressed like Shaggy. They should have switched outfits. Oh yeah, I heard that Jamie Kennedy insisted on sticking a sharp rock in his shoe throughout this whole scene, so that he always had a limp. So he couldn't just walk. Like, he had to limp because there was this fucking sharp object pointing into his foot. So that's cool. Method acting again. And I approve. It's what he needed to do to get that effect, and it's kind of clever, right? I guess that there's a certain school of people that would have that not a lot. I don't put them as the majority, but there's that certain school of people that would think, Oh, he had to put a rock in his shoe. He couldn't just act like he had a limb. Like a real actor just can act like. That's my pretentious Hollywood player. But yeah, no, it brings out the desired effect. I think it's cool. It's a good idea. I think you're just jealous. You hypothetical Hollywood player character that I just made up. You're just jealous. Look at him. He's like, remember how I acted like a serial killer throughout the whole movie? Surprise! Turns out I'm a serial killer. Brought to you by Ruffles. What a twist! If old M. Night Shyamalan. I wonder what the M stands for. I'm almost curious to look that up. Anyway, it's probably like Meredith. Anyway, if he just popped up in the corner, kind of like Mortal Kombat Toasty, and he's just thought, what a twist! You know, it would have been really great if old Billy Loomis here just like lifted up his sleeve and he had a tattoo that was like, I'm a serial killer with a heart and shit. Or like, I heart serial killers or some shit. Because it's so obvious through the whole movie. What a twist, right? To just like, they literally rubbed it in your face through the whole movie. And then the twist is, oh, it's what we said the whole time. He's a serial killer. All right, I'll stop now. All right, moving on. Moving forward. I loved this reveal. I still do. First of all, and there may have been a situation like this before, but there was never a big reveal like this before of there's two killers. It blew our minds. It blew our 90s minds. I got to be honest with you. And the way that they interact and they start stabbing each other and all the improv from Lillard there. It's great. It makes for a very satisfying climax to this meta horror. Mm-hmm. Shit, even Basic Instinct was only like 3 years old at this time. Nobody even knows who Sharon Stone is anymore. I just imagine kids watching this like in 2018 and not getting about 70% of the references at all. Who? What? And not even caring, because that's the attitude that you have to have, I guess. Just not caring. Who fucking cares about shit? She was before. I don't give a fuck. Before I was born, who gives a fuck? It looks like he's wearing the same sweater that Drew Barrymore was wearing. Right? A lot of tan colors. Besides, like, Courtney Cox's neon outfit choices in this movie. There's a lot of tans and earth colors going on. Why am I so into I guess fashion defines a decade. And I find 90s fashion interesting. You know, I keep saying the 80s were fucking awesome. They were. Look at this denim and the tan shirts and the neon fucking business dresses of the 90s. It was whack. Fashion was whack in the 90s. And you know what? Fashion was whack in the 80s, but it was whack in a really fucking fun way. It was whack in such a way that people are still having 80s parties. 80s nostalgia is still a thing. Nobody gives a shit about the 90s. There ain't no 90s revival. People aren't going through their fucking attic to find their old flannel and break that out, some denim. Just because it wasn't as fun. I don't know how this turned into like a crucible about the 90s. That's a Drunkentary for you. It's a weird Drunkentary, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. You just got to roll and roll and roll and roll. And oh my God, I can't believe I just referenced Limp Bizkit. The 90s made me do it. I totally just started singing Limp Bizkit. That is a Drunkentary first. I've done a lot of stupid shit on here, but I ain't never sang no Limp Bizkit before. You're like, what does that have to do with Scream? I'm drinking. I'm gonna drink some more of this beer. You know what's the best thing about me singing Limp Bizkit, roll and roll and roll and rolling, is a good 50% of the audience wasn't even born yet, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. They don't even know what a Limp Bizkit is. They're like, what is he saying? Is that words? Is that English? Okay, so right after this, before you watch Clueless, you gotta listen to some Limp Bizkit rolling. All right, that's the deal. And happy Halloween. You're gonna have a very kind of weird Halloween, but you know what? Embrace it. Don't fight it. Embrace it. I did it all for the nookie. Damn it! I'm so stupid drunk. You're like, stupid is a good qualifier. Because I agree. Unsub. Like, oh, I thought I liked this guy. I listened to his Scream Drunkentary, and I realized he's a dumbass. Unsub. Nasty comment, hate mail. No, I'm just kidding. Haters don't unsubscribe. Haters stay subscribed longer than people that like you. Haters are going to stick around longer than anybody. All right. So we're in the home stretch. We got 14 minutes left. We got to wrap this mother up. First of all, I need to chug some of this malt liquor. Rolling. Anyway, I wasn't a Limp Bizkit fan, but I can dig some of their songs. They knew who to write. Wow, they knew how to write a hook. Man, I had to really pronunciate that. Well, how did we get on Limp Bizkit? We gotta get off this topic. Talk about Scream. Oh yeah, Scream. Remember that? Look at how much blood they got all over them. You know, I've never been... Well, I was going to say I've never been stabbed. I've been stabbed in the hand with a pencil when I was little. But we'll put that to the side for now. We'll set that to the side. And I'll continue with my thoughts that, you know, I've never really been stabbed before, but I would imagine it's very uncomfortable. And they just stabbed each other like 4 or 5 times. It's kind of like... just walking around with these wounds that are just stinging beyond belief, and you're getting weaker and your vision's starting to go blurry. That's a badass knife that he uses too. It's like a Rambo knife. This shit gets funny right here. The humor really works in this scene, which is like, thank God too. It was not meant to be. A lot of this was not in the script. It was just, as I said, improv, and luckily it really, really works. That's the best. That is the best. Oh my God. It's like he's been tarred and feathered. Man, oh man. I got the malt liquor belches. I'm sorry. You probably didn't even need to hear me say that. That was even worse than me actually doing it. Just bringing it up. It's continuously bringing it up over and over. All right, I'll stop. I got the sniffles. I am sorry for my physical problems. All right, we're this. I can't believe we're at the end. It's been a wacky Drunkentary, and I've enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed myself. Am I talking about Clueless and Limp Bizkit? I hope you enjoyed that and the Fonz. Let's not forget the Fonz. We're gonna reminisce about the rest of the Drunkentary right now. Remember when I said this? But yeah, I'm sad that it's over already. Son of a bitch. I want to keep going, but all good things must come to an end. We got 10 minutes. Let's blow our wads. Oh yeah, I was gonna touch it. I was gonna touch it later. We're talking about Sydney and those nips. Sydney and the nips. Now that sounds like an episode of Red Shoe Diaries. You don't know what I'm talking about. I keep mentioning red shoes and you have no idea. Damn, poor guy got punched the fuck out by a serial killer. And the big twist of the movie is that the guy that has been acting like a serial killer the whole time was a serial killer. I know somebody's gonna correct me, like my terminology is not correct. He's not technically a serial killer, man. Like, you know what? Okay, fair point. Look at all that blood. I like how it's kind of black on his shirt and stuff. Have you ever seen blood? Real blood? It can get dark and black and like that. The real thing. It can go from being very bright to very dark. Why am I don't, you know what? I don't know. Don't question why I know what blood looks like. I'm not a serial killer. What are you even saying? Stop. Just don't think about it. I told you I was going to reveal my secrets. All right. So the cat's out of the bag. I'm a serial killer. It's as unsurprising as the reveal in Scream. Oh God, that's the dumbest thing. I get what they were going for, but if you got to look at it from his point of view, right? He's not dead yet. You know he's not dead yet. And they're sitting there over his body talking about he's probably not dead yet. And his his thought was, if I just go rawr, if I go rawr, that'll get him. And then he gets shot in the face. I love it. Just rawr. That's what I'm going to do when everyone thinks that I'm done for. But I'm not. I still got a little bit of life left in me. I'm just going to go, rawr, and then whatever. Whatever happens after that, whatever. What is that one cop doing? What is he doing? Why is he washing? Oh, he's for prints and stuff. I get it. Good detail. I was about to get all snarky, and instead it turns out it's actually pretty clever. He's dusting for prints and shit. Okay. What an interesting Drunkentary that was. Yeah. I'd give it a 5.7 out of 10. It's just rated my own Drunkentary. And not even that well either. Not even that high. It was high. It was okay. But you know what? I'm telling you, right now, you go listen to Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, and then you watch Clueless, and it's all gonna be good. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna feel so happy that you did all that. You will. It's got goddamn Paul Rudd in it. Clueless, you can't go wrong. All right, my bad. Was it as good for you as it was for me? All right, guys. Thanks for putting up with me. It really is the way I feel like I should phrase it. I'm going to turn the light on. I've just been sitting here in the dark. Boom. Lights on. Yeah, I've just been sitting in the dark. Yeah, thanks for putting up with me. I've been a weirdo throughout this one. But we made it. We made it. I blame the malt liquor, personally. I blame the 90s and the malt liquor. It's just not a good mixture. I would never suggest, like, this was an extreme situation. I would never suggest mixing 90s and malt liquor. But anyhow, rolling, clueless, you're gonna be good. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you got fucked up. Hope you had a good time. Hope you get fucked up some more. Watch another Drunkentary. Oh yeah, and it's Halloween, so fucking happy Halloween, right? Enjoy it. Eat some candy. Drink some beer. Get laid. Smoke weed. Definitely smoke weed. I mean, if I were you, I would smoke weed and drink beer and get laid. Remember them nips? Those were some good nips, though. That was like the highlight of the 90s. That was one of the highlights. Not even a joke. Like, Scream was a pretty big deal, but did you see them nips? Fuck it. All right, I gotta go. This is a good place to stop. Thanks for joining me, guys. Later on. Happy Halloween.